Welcome to the Unction, aka the Los Angeles Clippers. The Clippers went out their way this whole offseason to gather all the unks they could. But in all seriousness, this team might actually be super solid next season. If all these players were in their prime, they would probably end up winning the championship. They ended up acquiring Chris Paul this offseason and Bradley Beal. They also got John Collins and Brook Lopez. And also what we saw from Kawhi Leonard last year when he knows how to stay healthy for a long period of time, taking the Nuggets to a Game 7 in last year's playoffs, also the help of James Harden, really goes to show what these new additions can do and help this team out. I really like the CP3 pickup the Clippers made this offseason, but it's also not the biggest splash. Uh, Even though CP3 makes any team he really goes to better, the dude's coming on 41 years old and his most likely last year in the NBA, but he also shows that he can be a really good backup point guard in the NBA. Last season, CP3 averaged 8.8 points per game, 7.4 assists per game, 3.6 rebounds per game, 1.3 steals on 28 minutes of gameplay. And he also was shooting 43% from the field and 38% from three. Now, even at Chris Paul's old age, he still knows how to make the right plays and the right reads. That's what Chris Paul does. He's a really high IQ player. He gives his teammates the balls in the right position at the right moment at the right time. He knows how to get to a spot at the 3 point. He knows how to give the balls to his teammate, like I said, and he's mostly like a second coach on any team he goes to. So I feel like he'll be a very valuable and good piece at LA. Now, next up, we have Brad Bill going on to be 32 and probably going on to his best team in probably his career. Last season with the Phoenix Sun, he averaged 17 points per game, 3.7 assists per game, 3.3 rebounds per game, 1.1 steal on 32 minutes of gameplay. And he also did this on 50% field goal, 39% from the three on 5 attempts. Now, one thing players or fans love dragging on Brad Beal's name is that he is a bad basketball player. I don't think Brad Beal is a bad basketball player. I just feel like he was playing um, behind guys like Devin Booker and Kevin Durant in Phoenix, and he was also making 50 mil last year. That's what he was making in Phoenix, and I feel like if somebody who's making 50 mil, you expect a little bit more out of him, and I can see why fans were a little bit mad. If you're getting paid 50 mil, I expect you to be playing out your mind. But the stats that I showed you, if you connected those to somebody else's stats that wasn't making 50 mil, that's pretty decent. But if Brad Bill can keep up those stats that he did in Phoenix behind Kawhi Leonard, James Harden in LA, this will be a total steal this offseason for the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, I really like the John Collins signing, especially since they just got Bradley Beal and to replace Norman Powell, and they also got John Collins out of that trade also. John Collins is 28 and entering his prime, and he entered Utah and left with a jumper. Last year with Utah, John averaged 19 points per game, 8.2 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 block, and 1 steal a game. And he was also shooting 53% from the field, 40% from 3 on 4 attempts. And 40% for John is actually pretty good. John is not really known as a guy to knock down threes. He's not a guy, the type of guy to shoot. If anything, he's a negative type of guy, a negative floor spacer, if you could say. And I feel like this is a really good pickup for LA because I feel like, he has a little bit of a passing badge on him. Like I said, he couldn't really shoot that good in Atlanta. I feel like when he went to the Utah Jazz, his jumper kind of improved a little bit. He could space out the floor really good, and he also knows how to move his feet very well on the perimeter and in the paint. He's also 6'9" with a 6'11" wingspan, and he's also basically like the epitome of a 3 and D type player. And he's only 28, and he is super athletic also. Now, I really like this Brook Lopez move that the Clippers made this offseason. It kind of had me worried because I was thinking, why would they go out and get Brook Lopez when they have Zubac almost damn near entering his prime? Would they start? Would they keep Zubac? Would they put Brook Lopez to the bench? But now what I see that they're doing is starting Zubac and putting Brook Lopez on the bench is really good. And last season with the Bucks, Brook Lopez averaged 13 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 1.8 assists. And him coming off the bench, I wouldn't say it's great, but it's pretty good. Knowing that the Clippers last year, I can't recall who their center off the bench was, but with Brook Lopez coming off the bench, and he's also had a starting role, and he knows what that feels like. So if Zubac goes down, you have Brook Lopez right up, and their center depth is pretty good. He's also been on a team and also won a championship, so he knows like, okay, bet. So if they ever need me, if I ever need to come in the starting lineup, he's already prepared. He's already good. So that's really what I like about this pickup. They have a good um a good center coming off he winning a championship. Well, not coming off winning a championship, but he won a championship before. So he kind of is coming in as like a vet, kind of teaching Zubox, okay, this is what you need, this is what you need to do, and all that stuff. So I really like this pickup for the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, if you guys really like this video, it would be greatly appreciated if you guys can drop me a sub and a like on this video. If not a sub, a like is greatly appreciated. On the road to 200 subs, so if you can, like I said, sub up, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.